In my eyes, that's definitely what she did. And it looked like Alyssa Thomas will be getting fined for doing this in Indianapolis.
Alyssa Thomas might have just found herself at the center of one of the biggest controversies in recent WNBA history. From refusing media duties to getting involved in crowd drama and physically aggressive play, Thomas's recent behavior has raised serious concerns across the league. It all started with what some are calling an act of defiance when she refused to speak to the media following a high-stakes game. Now, based on the WNBA's media access policy, players are expected to be available within 10 minutes after a game to answer questions either in person or via Zoom. This isn't just a formality, it's a crucial part of keeping fans connected and promoting transparency within the league. But Alyssa didn't show up. No interview, no explanation, just silence. And that silence spoke volumes. Refusing media obligations might not seem like a major offense at first glance, but when you're a veteran player who's been around the league long enough to know the rules, ignoring them sends a very different message. It's not just unprofessional, it challenges the league's authority. The Phoenix Mercury, her team, are now looking at potential fines, not just because of Alyssa's refusal, but also because another top player allegedly skipped out as well. It's a ripple effect, and at the center of it all is Alyssa Thomas. Fans and journalists weren't the only ones taken aback. Her teammates, who had to face the press without their star forward, were left to do damage control. And it didn't help that Alyssa made inflammatory comments to fans during the game. Instead of diffusing a tense situation, she stirred the pot, seemingly encouraging the boos aimed at her teammate Dana Bonner. The crowd was already on edge due to Dana's controversial departure from the Indiana Fever, and Alyssa's behavior only fanned the flames. This wasn't a case of being caught up in the heat of the moment. Alyssa's refusal to speak, followed by her vocal engagement with the booing crowd, was seen by many as intentional and deliberate. It raised questions not only about her professionalism, but also about her leadership. Teammates like Sophie Cunningham and Kalia Copper didn't hold back in their post-game comments. Both criticized the entire situation and indirectly highlighted Alyssa's role in escalating things unnecessarily. Cunningham pointed out the disrespect shown to Dana and how it reflected poorly on their team. Copper took it further, suggesting Alyssa's actions transformed the game into a personal vendetta, undermining the team's collective goals. The emotional toll wasn't limited to just the players involved in the media backlash. On the court, Alyssa's aggressive behavior reached a boiling point when she allegedly delivered a wrestling-style takedown, described by some as a rock-bottom move on Angel Reese. This moment shocked fans and players alike. Alyssa has always been known as a tough competitor, but this crossed the line from assertiveness into outright aggression. Angel Reese, a rising star and formidable rookie, had been outplaying Alyssa in that game. The physical retaliation seemed to be more about sending a message than about making a basketball play. Fans watching the game saw more than just a heated moment between two athletes. They saw a veteran player seemingly trying to intimidate a younger one. And when someone of Alyssa's stature loses control, the impact is magnified. It wasn't just about that one move, it represented a growing pattern. Alyssa's on-court aggression, coupled with her off-court defiance, painted a troubling picture for a league trying to position itself as progressive and professional. What's especially concerning is how this kind of behavior is treated differently when it comes from a star player. Alyssa Thomas isn't just any player. She's one of the most recognizable faces in the WNBA. But that recognition comes with responsibility. When she acts out and seemingly gets away with it, it creates an imbalance. It tells other players and fans that star power might shield someone from consequences. And that's not a good look for a league that prides itself on fairness and unity. Many within the league are now questioning whether Alyssa will face meaningful consequences or if this situation will just be swept under the rug. The initial fine might be just the beginning, but if the league truly wants to maintain its credibility, it'll need to address more than just the surface-level violations. Suspension is on the table, and possibly even more if this behavior continues. Because at some point, it's not just about one player's actions, it's about what those actions mean for the integrity of the league as a whole. And this is all happening during a season when the WNBA is seeing unprecedented growth. Viewership numbers are up, new stars are emerging, and the level of competition is higher than ever. Games involving the Indiana Fever, for example, are consistently drawing top ratings. This was even the case with the recent Liberty vs. Lynx game, which became the third most watched non-Fever matchup of the season. The league is clearly gaining momentum, and incidents like this threaten to derail that progress. What's even more ironic is that Alyssa's behavior could end up backfiring in ways she didn't anticipate. While some fans might support her outspoken nature, others are turning against her. There's a growing sentiment among supporters that she's becoming more of a distraction than a leader. The perception is shifting. Once admired for her toughness and drive, Alyssa is now being questioned for her attitude and decision-making. Some fans even feel betrayed. After all, being a fan isn't just about cheering during the good times. It's about feeling connected to players and teams through honesty, effort, and respect. When a player refuses to address the media after a major game or engages in a personal feud in front of thousands, it leaves fans wondering what's really going on. Is it frustration, arrogance, or something deeper? The fallout hasn't stopped there. Social media has been buzzing with debates, clips, and opinions. Alyssa herself has subtly acknowledged the controversy, reportedly retweeting posts that speak to the drama. But retweets aren't apologies, and fans are still waiting for real accountability. Until that happens, the shadow of this incident will continue to loom large. Meanwhile, players like Caitlin Clark, who represent the next generation of the WNBA, are standing tall and embracing the spotlight with maturity. During the same heated game, she was seen staying calm, collected, and focused despite the circus unfolding around her. It's no wonder fans are gravitating toward her. They want stars who represent the league with grace, not drama. At the same time, other veterans and rising stars are doing their part to keep the league's image intact. They're engaging with the media, responding to tough questions, and showing leadership in moments of adversity. Alyssa's behavior stands in stark contrast to this wave of professionalism. And that's why it's become such a hot-button issue. Ultimately, this isn't just about one player's actions, it's about the message those actions send. Alyssa Thomas didn't just violate a policy or deliver a hard foul. She challenged the very values the WNBA is trying to uphold. And whether she meant to or not, she's now forced the league, her teammates, and her fans to reckon with what kind of leadership they want to see on and off the court. The controversy is far from over. As the WNBA continues to grow and attract more attention, situations like this will be under even greater scrutiny. Alyssa Thomas, once seen as a cornerstone of her team and a face of the league, may now have to work twice as hard to regain the trust she's lost. That trust isn't just given, it's earned. And right now, many feel she's got a long way to go.